I'm back. Well, today I wasn't going to do much except maybe answer questions. So let me move my lighting a little bit. So if I could see your questions, let me answer them, okay? But I have to see them. If I don't see them, I can't answer them. You can't keep them in your head. I gotta see them. I'm trying to get good lighting here. I love the suit. Hey, I got 20 of these up in my closet. If you want to see more, we'll take a camera tour someday and go up there. But I've been wearing these for about, 15, 20 years now. Or whatever, and it just changed my life. People treat me so much nicer. I got a lot of free upgrades on the airlines and all kinds of things. So it's really people smile at me coming down the street. They treat me nicer. What grants are there in Los Angeles to start a fintech company? A fintech, yeah, that's a big hot word now in business. Well, I guess it really depends on what kind of fintech you want. Yeah, I know it seems awful long ago. What? I know I seen you. Yeah, I've been around for a long time. I'm an old guy. I'm in my 70s. So I've been doing this for a long time. And I've sold about 4 million books on this stuff already. But now I'm trying to learn this to help people. And that's what, about Bitcoin. Actually, I don't know if you saw recently about Bitcoin and that somebody said, you can't stop it, it's coming. Oh, I missed that. See, I'm an old guy, I don't read fast. Okay, now what I would do, okay, there's a lot of places, and they may not work, looking for grants to start real estate investing, okay, in North Carolina. Yes, lots, okay. Now let me help with the Bitcoin people or the financial thing. And what it is the best place to go is your business development center and see what they can do. They at least will know the other stuff that's available. Now see something like Bitcoins or something like that, that's a new growing stuff. They want to do that. So there probably is an accelerator program in Los Angeles area and an incubator program. Now that is probably best place for you to start because you're in something, a high-tech stuff that may take off someday and soon, and that's what the government likes to invest in because that will create a lot of jobs. The only reason they're doing all this stuff is for you to create jobs. So what I would do is contact your local small business development center, okay, and again that'll be a .gov or a .org. Don't go to any .com. There are people selling you stuff. Okay, or actually call the mayor's office and ask them about accelerator programs. Accelerator, like you put your foot on the gas, accelerator. That's what they do. These accelerator programs take people with ideas, and they actually give you grants depending on. Some give grants, some give no. I provide such a great service. Thank you for the. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's why I want to do this. I want to help people out there. So give me your question. So the accelerator program, they'll take you have a good idea, and they give you everything you need to grow that. Okay, you have to convince them this is a good idea. So it's not just because you're cute. Twins starting college in West Virginia. Income, yes. Oh, all these questions I could really answer, so hang in. But let me finish with the accelerator people. Okay, so you want to do that now because they're local. They're usually financed by private organizations, venture capital, and government. See, there's government money too. They give you office space. They give you management consulting help. They hook you up with fat cats, so you could finance all this kind of stuff. Help you do the business plan. Everything you need to succeed is that. So I would start looking for the accelerators and also look at the business development centers. That's the two. Okay, now in North Carolina, you want to be the real estate investing business. Okay, now I do research reports now, actually for business. I will do a report for where you live and show you like 200 money programs for you to start or expand a business. For real estate, there's about 100 programs in every city. But see, they're all local. So what you want to do is start with your city, and here's how I do the research. I go to your city and look, it's county government. You go to your city government and you look, and your county government, and you search for community development. That's the key word. In like 80-90% of them, the real estate programs will be there in community development. And that's where the grants and low interest loans and help to buy a house, first time home buyers, fix up money, they're all there. And see, but then a lot of the money is given to nonprofits also. So in addition to the government offices, they're nonprofits, but they're getting the money from the government, to give to individuals. So that's where, then you have to go to your county government. It's the same thing. And they have, community development offices, that have it there. You're going to have to dig around. It's not easy, but it's possible, and it's not like the pants. Oh, really? Yeah, yipes, stripes. But you can do it, and it's just it's not going to be one phone call. Everything is hurdles and research and whatever. Then you have to go to your state. Every state has a housing authority that has all kind of programs, and there's either there for developers, and depending on where you live, there'll be money like to buy 1 to 4 family homes or 1 and 2 family homes, or to buy apartment complexes or build apartment complexes, particularly if you want to help low to middle income people. If you want to build expensive houses, the government probably not going to help you a whole lot, but you never know. So you try anything. But most of the programs I've seen, they're grant money given to nonprofits or for-profit companies, depending on where you live. And also what they'll do, if you have property now, you could get the government to pay rent to people who can't afford your house. They'll give them extra money so they can rent your property. So that's available in every city like that. So as a landlord, you could get government programs that will pay your tenants rent. Who else? Now we have, somebody had twins going somewhere to school, right? Now what I would do on that is, man, first of all, it's stuck. I think in this country, we're still stuck that we're selling prestige. And I don't know why everybody, it's sort of my college is better than your college, and we're still suffering trying to get jobs. And I think we're going through a part in our economy now where that's changing, because, we have student debt bigger than any other debt. Young people getting out of college, average of like $30,000, $40,000 in debt, and can't buy a house, can't start a family, or all this kind of stuff. It's stupid. Every other country doesn't live like this. We're just, putting these people in debt. And actually, people 60 years old or more, there's 2.5 million people over 60 that still have a whole bunch of student debt. So I think the important thing is you don't start getting in debt. So if you have money yourself, then that's easy. But if it's debt, man, the wisest thing is to go to a community college. The first 2 years, no matter what the heck you want to do, because even if you go to one out of town, so you don't want to stay with your folks, but do that. And also, you know what? Now, if you're dealing with normal kind of colleges, I was just reading in the paper the other day, well, I think I covered this 2 days ago, everybody's getting the average discount on college tuition now is 50%. It used to be only 40%. Now it's 50%. There's less people going to college, so these schools have these big things they have to pay for and everything. So they're bargaining harder. So you can bargain with these people now. Half price. So if they say a tuition is 20 grand a year, of all the colleges, the data show that the average person is only paying 10, even though they say 20, if they could get 20 from you. That's why you have so many foreign students in a lot of these colleges, because they pay full price. They don't know the system here well enough to know they could get it a heck of a lot cheaper. So they're the kinds of things that's going on in our society. And then, also there's ways to get these things on free too. I mean, there's something, I don't know if you know, University of the People. This is a wonderful place to get a degree. It's not in all kinds of degrees, and it's online, particularly for grown-ups wanting a degree online. Don't go to some, for-profit university and get charged a whole bunch of money, that you're going to have to pay back because they make you get a loan, you give them the money. That's right. Can you... Yeah, absolutely, you can bargain on price, for colleges now. Well, if half the people are paying, half the price. I mean, the average person is paying half the price. That means a lot of paying only 10%. But here's another thing. I think a way to do, if you're going into normal college kind of stuff, is shoot low. Okay, if you shoot high, though, I'm going to get into Harvard. Maybe I could get in. Harvard doesn't need you, right? They have the pick of the crop, and so maybe you get lucky and get in. But you'll never get money, because, because you want them. So that's why if you have, and there's data out there will tell you, where's an easy place to get in based on your numbers and grades, and where's a hard place to get in. Well, you'll see that if you go the easier places to get in, they want you, because if they get somebody in this college with a higher SATs or grade point average than other people, that means their rating goes up. See, so they'll give you more money to get you to come than somebody who doesn't need you. You're below average, so person there. So if you're an above average person, they want you because then their numbers go up in that rating game, that they all play. So they're on the best university list or whatever the hell that is. So that's ways to play that game. But I think online courses. Now you can go to University of Arizona for about 10 grand a year, and that's good. Also, are there grants to help with paying bills in North Carolina and student loans? Yes, for student loans, maybe the financial. Let's see, what is it, student? Yeah, if anybody's calling you or you get emails for people with student loans, don't go. Like I put student loans here, they're okay, studentaid.ed.gov, that's a good one. Studentloans.ed, Consumer Financial, what is that new agency? They're really good. Okay, so that was studentloans.ed.gov. Studentloans.gov is another good one. And then there's a financial, so you don't want anybody who promises you to solve your problem. If they're calling you, that means they're making money off you, and you don't want them at all. You want to go to .govs, okay? Consumer Financial Protection Board, that's the one. Consumer Financial Protection Board, okay, .gov. It's called Consumer Finance is their address. Consumerfinance.gov. So just go consumerfinance.gov, and search in there for student loans. Let's see what that. They have all the information, and you want to call them. Okay. About refinancing, and they'll tell you all the skinny, because if you're making less money now than what you thought, then you could get your loan reduced. And they tell you how to do it free. You don't have to pay anybody to do it. That's why these people are calling you about it. They're getting money from you. I mean, people have called me, and so I pretend I had a student loan and listen to their spiel. Yeah, they're making $300-400 on the same thing you and I could do for nothing. And if you get stuck or don't know what to do with anything, there's two places to turn to. You call it 211, that's your local United Way. It hooks you up with a nonprofit that solves the problem. Or is your elected official. Now, your elected official also will solve the problem, and they know how to do that because they do this all the time. And they have a staff people that are just helping, people all the time, so they could help you too. So that's important to do. So they're the people, to contact for more. So who else has a question? Give me a question. Oh, here we go. About your book years ago, help me find out if I qualify for disability. Oh, Oh, well, thank you so much. And actually with disability, remember I would keep checking back to in where you live, whatever city you live in, for more information about what's happening with disabilities, because there seems to be so many more things all the time going on, in the disability kind of or programs that are opening up. Like there's programs now to get grants to fix up your home, so it's more easier for you to get around if you have a disability. There's now more training programs because see, you could work at home now. See, there's some states where they have money to fix up your house because you have a disability so that you could work from home. See, those kinds of things. So if you're not on this all the time, it's tough. So maybe again, people with disability, you could call 211 about disability, maybe with jobs and disability, or disability jobs, or disability with homes. And also there are organizations, nonprofits that fix up your home for free if you have a disability. People like, I'm a city worker, I need money to pay my bills. I think that's what it was. But people like buildingtogether.org. Buildingtogether.org. If you go to that website, see if there's one of those near you. They fix up homes for free for vets and for people with disabilities and other people with low income, maybe for grandma and grandpa. So that's another. It used to be called Christmas in April. And I was familiar with the woman who started that years and years ago. When I gave her a K-Pro computer to help with the business. It was an extra one we had around. I don't know if you're old enough to remember K-Pro. It was like a Jeep of computers. It was one of the first portable computers, but it was as big as a Samsonite luggage kind of thing. Paying your bills. Okay, there are maybe about 150 programs in every city and state to help you pay expenses, whether it's health bills when you don't have insurance, whether it's fixing up your house, paying your back mortgage fees, paying all kinds of things, utility bills. Hey, let's go. And that's all local money. Most of it. There's some federal, some state, whatever, but most of it's local. And that's why you have to dig at that stuff. That's why I do a report that shows like 299 ways to get extra money to live on. Oh, let me see what this other one. Set you up to buy and to flip houses. Buy and flip houses. Yes, that is certainly possible. But it's all different kinds of places to check. See, in other words, for being, you want to be a house flipper, by the way, what I show people when I do reports on housing is show you the websites that are crowdfunding for house flippers. Now, they're separate websites, so check that out. How to use crowdfunding money to find partners and things like that to do house flipping. Then there's also grant money that's given to counties, to fix up houses and flip them and make houses for low to medium income people. That's what the housing is for. Most of the programs are for people with low to medium income. And so you find those, you start finding those if you go to your county government, so put in the name of your county and then .gov, and then after that, what you do is put in, you look for community development. That's what it is. That's where most of the housing programs are. And so you'll see there's money to buy houses, fix up houses, be a real estate investor, whatever. And actually at the federal level, there's a whole bunch of programs too. If I get some of those here, like a tax credit. Now this seems to be the thing that a lot of people are using now, and it's available everywhere. This tax credit, if you're going to build houses for low income, it's low to moderate income, so that's middle of the road, low income and middle income people. If you're going to build those houses, what they'll do is give you like a tax credit for about, like for 70% of what it's going to cost you. So can you imagine that you'll get a tax credit for about 70% of building the house? That means that the government will probably pay for 70%. But a tax credit is a little different than anything else. It's not money in your pocket sometimes. Oh, I got the wrong computer I was looking at. I was trying to find something. And what it is, but see, that tax credit you sell to the bank. the bank wants that tax credit because they have lots of taxes to pay. You don't, but you have a $500,000 tax credit to build a house. So you go to these banks that buy that, and they give you all the money to build a house and you got the tax credit. It's I think like one of those legal scams, or whatever. But that's available, and that's a federal program that's run in every city and state. So if you put tax credit, if you Google tax credit and low to medium income house development, kind of thing. Maybe I find it here in one of the reports I send out, because these are the kind of programs I put in reports for people, so they have a complete shopping list of all the stuff that, all the programs. So, because I dig this out for a living, I do it all the time, and so you don't have to do it. And if you want to do it, I'm giving you the sources, how to do this. There's no magic to anything. It's just work. Oh, come on, where did okay, federal program. Okay, actually don't forget there's HUD avoidance counseling programs now too. Let's see what some of this guy. Freddie, shared your videos. Let them know you appreciate it. Oh, nice. Freddie, thank you. Let's see, there's the tech, mortgages, veterans, extra money for down payment, tax credit. Okay, low income housing tax credit. Okay, that's it. So you just Google low income housing tax credit. Make sure it's .gov. So they show you .gov, only .gov. And that's what you want to see. Is look for is low income. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Low income housing tax credit, and you'll see it there. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. My son went on vacation and lost his wallet and his Social Security. What is the problem with the car? Didn't see that. But okay, what I would do if I were you, I would call your congressman's office right away, because they've did this problem before, and your congressman is set up to do that. They have staff. That's all they call. Somebody said, no, don't call the congressman. Maybe I misunderstood. But if you lost your Social Security card and not sure, you get another one from Social Security office, but your congressman would know exactly what to do. Ask my question. What's your question? What's your question, David? I want to start an online business that profits. What grants could I get to apply for? Thank you for the info. How about FASA, F-A-S-A? Yeah, everybody knows that. Everybody does that. You always apply for that by drill. You got to fill that out. I think it's a lot now. I run out of money. Okay. Where was I'm an old guy trying to keep more than two things in my head is hard. But I wish these things stayed a long time. I need money for school. Okay. There are so many places, but it takes effort. The first thing I would do, if I was sitting in your shoes, here's where I would start. I would start with your state capital has a scholarship programs. Every state has 2 dozen programs, and that's the thing that most people miss taking advantage of is the state scholarship programs. So see what's there for you. So it'd be your state scholarship.gov. See what's there for you. Okay, now what you have to do, you're running out of money. You want to know what programs you're eligible for, and there's probably 20 or 30 programs that help you pay for stuff. And that's all over. If you go to your county health department, they even have emergency money there. Your county health department. You're going to have to fish around and dig into it. But you have to try more than one place. The whole life is about trying 100 places. It's like getting a date or anything. You just can't wait for somebody to call you or try one and you think you'll hit the lottery. It doesn't. So you go to your county department of health. They'll know about the the basic programs there. If you don't find any help there, then you go to 211. Okay, 211 is a database. Everything in that database is people that give out money. You go to Google, 99% of the people in that database want your money. So they're going to take your money. This database gives you money. Okay, so you could call them too. Right now, they're 24/7. anywhere in the country, so you could call them right now 24/7 and find things. The other thing I think as a student is look in the gig economy and the shared economy and stuff like that. And there are hundreds of ways, now online to make extra cash with anything. A shelter for animals in need. Okay, now somebody wanted to start an online business. Okay, one thing in starting an online business is don't give anybody money to start an online business, okay? I mean, it is just, there's too many, because we don't know how to do it. So somebody has a nice story and it sounds like, important or whatever, it makes sense, and they have all these success stories to make your greed button go up and stuff like that. I'm trying to read the things that are coming on here, and so that and so we get sucked into giving somebody money. Nine times out of it ain't gonna work for you, but you can get all that information for free. So you want to go, and I think the best way to learn about selling online, see, you don't need anything. You just need an idea or whatever, or a service, your own service or whatever. See, what you have to do, I think, is think. This is what I find in my talks. If you go to letsgo.com/talk, I talk to people there and help them think through ideas on what to do in life and how to make money out of it, things like that, or solve a financial problem. And there we have a few more minutes to try to bring out of you what you want to do. Because that's the only thing you're going to make really happen. If you're going to try to sell something that some huckster said, oh, you're going to make $1 zillion, and here are 15 other people that did it too, and aren't you stupid if you don't do it? No. So what? Stay stupid, because you're going to fail again anyway. But you want to fail at something that's important to you. That's the important thing, because then you could build on it. So there's always a way to take what you want to do and make a business out of it that doesn't cost any money. Now that doesn't mean you're going to make money easily, but you can't. Oh, that went so fast, I couldn't see that. You're going to make money easily, but you are eventually, you have a better chance of success than in anything else. My life was that way. I got an MBA in computers. I even had a computer software company, back in the 70s that failed. I had a bunch of companies that failed. And really, that's why you see this question mark suit. This is, I'm trying to dig down inside of me to bring that out. The gift we have for each other is what's strange about us. So what is unique about you, I feel, is the most important gift you have to give to the rest of us, and how do you find that, and then how do you make a living doing that? I'm gonna pray for you. Oh, boy, I need that. But thank you so much. Now we all struggle, and that's why to me life is hell if you're struggling and doing something that you're not even happy doing. But just think, if you're happy doing it and you're struggling, that's different. It's sort of like if you like playing basketball and somebody makes you do bowling, you don't, that's struggle. You hate bowling. But if you love basketball, you'll be there, 24 hours a day in the rain and snow and sleet and hail. So why shouldn't your work be that way? Where it's something you're dying to do, and it takes work, but I think we all can develop that or get close to it, or start it part-time. You don't have to do it full-time right away, but there's a way to do that piece by piece and put it together. And now with the internet and all these ways to make extra money or whatever, it's now more possible than ever. Starting a business only takes 20 cents nowadays. Before it used to take $500,000. Retail businesses are going on I just saw Gymboree. Here's an article today. These big retail chains are going out of business. Yeah, Gymboree Corporation, the children's clothing store, they're going out of business. All these people are going out of business. That means you could find something and make a website out of it for 20 cents and start selling it. Sure, you don't get instant customers, but then you learn it. So you act crazy like me on YouTube or something and hope you get customers or whatever it is. Before I used to have to get on TV shows, but I found if I act crazy, that's how you get on TV shows back then. But now I can't get arrested, So the whole thing has changed, but I'm trying to learn this change. But I need to have an app for it, so I need money for it. But also I need to have an app. I'm not sure what you need an app for. But it is, if you can't get money for something, to do exactly what you want to do, you have to be smart enough to find another way to do it. Like I was helping my talk service, this bakery, was trying to get an app created. Now, people raise money on crowdfunding platforms to develop apps, and there used to be a lot of sites just for that. Now it's general crowdfunding for apps. So you could raise money, on a crowdfunding platform that costs you nothing to raise money on a crowdfunding platform. Absolutely nothing. And what's so important about that too is you find out if it's sellable or not. Because by raising money in a crowdfunding platform, what you're also finding out is if anybody thinks it's a good idea. So if they think it's a good idea and they're giving you money to do it, well, that means it's going to sell once you do it. I go to get money to fix my house. Okay, fix your house. Okay, here's a basic places. Fix up money is your state housing authority, your county housing authority, your city housing authority, and it's usually under community development, and then it's also under nonprofit organizations, and then you have other volunteer organizations that come fix up houses. That's Rebuilding Together is one of them, and the other one is Habitat for Humanity. And if you fish around where you are, go to your public library. See, your public library is gold, man. They know these kinds of things because most things are local, and that's all they do is local stuff. So make sure you go to the public library too. To find out. You're looking for nonprofits and other sources of non-traditional resources for disabled entrepreneurs. Well, most of the entrepreneur money is for disabled or not disabled. I mean, there's so much money and help for people to get online for this stuff, and to start businesses online. It doesn't matter if you have a disability or not. Now, I think you having a disability probably know the major sources for funding with people with disabilities. But I would start again because I think these sources change all the time. So if you had a disability for a while and you checked all the sources, and nothing really worked for you, I would look again because it changed all the time. Contact your local elected official also for that, because that's important too. Let's see, how about starting a small business like a bistro? Yes, I'll be over for coffee. Actually, I have to leave now. But okay, for something like that, to me, it's a little more complicated, than a web kind of thing. You want to start with a business development center, and that's in your county government. If you call your county government or even your local library and ask for the Small Business Development Center, they sit down with you for free and help you, think about your restaurant business, how to think it through, and what are the traditional sources. Now, there are non-traditional sources also, that you want to be aware of too. By the way, I don't know if you see in the title to this, I have a website there, lesco.com/5free, F-R-E-E, that's lowercase, 5free, lesco.com, L-E-S-K-O, and you could download a video report I have there of my best 5 starting places that I go when I do my custom research. So you could use these sources to find help, whether it's education, whether it's housing, whether it's starting a business, whether it's for anything. And it's how to use all these sources as starting places, because it takes some work and some time, but you got to know where to start. And that's what I give you in there. So that's lesco.com/5free. Okay, well, this is nice. Thanks for being around, guys, and asking questions, because it seemed like it was worthwhile, and I don't have fun in life unless it's really helping somebody, and I think I know a lot of this stuff, so I love to help. So thanks for helping me help. Does that make sense? Anyway, I'll be back soon. Best way to contact me, Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. Let's Go Free Radio at gmail.com. You know what I don't know too? If anybody knows how on YouTube to find all the people who wrote something after it ends, because it seems like after it ends it disappears. I can't find it anywhere. So if somebody's smart enough to let me know. But have a good time, guys. Thank you again.